Hello, and welcome back to the Cult of Larry Draft League Season 7, or CLDL, as they are more commonly known, with me, GigaSaurusGames. And this week, my opponent is going into Week 7. It's 7. It's Week 7. I had to think about that for a minute. Are the Wollongong Whimsicott, coached by I can find it, Cloudy, who, as I recall, is actually doing pretty okay. They're doing better than me this season, but then I'm 2-4 in the season, so you know that's not saying a ton. Oh, there we go. I received the challenge. In that case, I will just speed through my intro. So I said last week that I was planning to look into maybe bringing some more fun sets this week, but it did occur to me that I'm still not quite out yet, because if I win out, so week 7, week 8, week 9, I do actually at least go above 500. So I'm still bringing more normal sets this week because I didn't see anything super fun to bring. But what you will see is that, looking at this matchup here, is I did make a couple team changes at the transaction deadline. Mostly, I dropped Landers for Zygarde, which gains some extra points to upgrade Incineroar to Sweet Arcanine. This is mostly because clearly at 2-4 my team is not working for me, so I want to try mixing up, see if I can find something that works a little bit better with how I usually play. I think Arcanine and Zygarde are a little bit closer to what I would usually do because Landorus felt like it was a little bit underpowered for how I was using it, which implies that maybe I'm not good at using it, whereas Zygarde at least gives me the setup option. Although, if you look at my team builder this week, I did, in fact, not actually bring it. I did bring Sweet Arcanine because looking at the type chart breakdown for my opponent, they are pretty weak to Rock especially, and one of their Rock resistances is weak to Fire. But in my prep doc, you can see that I am predicting certainly Dragapult, likely Togekiss and Gallade, and I think Lokix and Volcanion are likely to come. Leavanny, I expect to come because my opponent has brought Leavanny to several of their matches, and my team is pretty weak to Sticky Web, which is why I am bringing Decidueye this week. And I've let them wait long enough, so here we go. Leavanny did not come. Okay. But Gallade did. Let's see. How right... I'm actually missing several points. Dragapult is here, but no Togekiss. Gallade is here, but no Lokix. No Volcanion either. I know they got help prepping their team because they were looking for help just an hour ago, which is a little concerning for me then because that implies they likely found something that I didn't see, which could be an issue. I do have Decidueye for Swampert, and this team is still pretty weak to Choice Scarf Jugulus, so there is that. Dragapult might be Choice Scarfed. I had a hypothesis that it might come as Scarfed if it comes. I guess they were... Okay, I guess it explains some of it. They were prepping for Landorus, and I did not bring Landorus, presumably. I'm pretty sure the doc is up to date. Yeah, no, the doc is definitely up to date with my transactions, so... that makes sense. Not sure what to lead with, though. Goodra is good against a lot of it, but not all of it. Maybe Dragapult? Or maybe I expect my opponent to lead Dragapult. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling Dragapult or Swampert. In theory, Choice Scarf to Iron Bundle is good if that is what they lead, which is not guaranteed. I'm kind of thinking maybe I lead Choice Scarf Regulus. I don't think Dragapult OHKOs its Choice Scarf. I can get information, potentially. So, my Jugulis is set. I'm running Choice Scarfed, but I have the stat spread so that Electric Terrain will boost will boost my defenses instead. Or will boost my special attack, rather. Okay. Slime Terror, oh dear. Oh, well, that's not good. Well, I was running Terra Electric, which was for Volcanion and Togekiss, which didn't come, so I guess it's fine. It certainly wasn't intended, though. I've got Terra Dark, Terra Blast. That's, a waste of everyone's time. But I guess Terra Electric, Terra Blast was kind of a waste as well. Well, I guess I'm not. I guess I just a 3-move Jugulis. This thing likely knows Ice Punch. I still think I go into Decidueye. I can probably take 1 Ice Punch and I'll outspeed. Alright, just went for Stealth Rock. That's fine. Definitely doesn't stay in here, so I'll go ahead and go for Defog. Clear the rocks. Yep, that makes sense to switch in. I'll go into my AV Goodra, who can definitely take whatever this thing wants to fire at me. And it's just going for Protect. That's fine. Alright. So I'm running a physical Goodra this week. I've got Dragon Claw for this. If Whimsicott comes in, it might Encore me. Maybe go for Heavy Slam? Expecting to switch into Dragon Claw. I kind of like that plan. Okay, just stayed in. Hope this doesn't burn. It did not. Also, I'm faster than it. What do you switch into Heavy Slam? Probably Swampert. I'll go for Dragon Claw this turn. Punish it as a switch into Swampert. Dragon Claw kills this. I'm not that worried about Whimsicott coming in. Also not that worried about Swampert coming in, probably. So I think I'll just go for the Heavy Slam again. Okay, Jirachi came in, and I crit it. And he's got Rookie Helmet. I have Earthquake for Jirachi. That did a lot, okay. Let's find out if I'm faster after Gooey. Maybe I am. I am not. But I went for U-turn, so I get a free hit on apparently Swampert. Goodra is kind of dying here. I'd still like it for Galgi though, so I'll just go back into Decidueye again. Ah, knockoff is his move of choice. That makes sense. Let me think here. Let's go for Spirit Shackle. Because last time they went into Galgi. I'm expecting the Leaf Blade, which they do again. And I can kill with another one, even after leftovers. And they can't, and that's the target I'm switching out. I wonder why that isn't applying, but whatever. Oh, because it only applies for one turn? No, whatever. But there goes for Galgi. So Goodra can now be sacrificed. Okay, but you're here. What Terra type is this Gallade running? This is a Terra Ground Gallade, which is likely fast, almost certainly faster than me. How much do I want Decidueye alive for Swampert? Iron Bundle can certainly murder it to death. And it's not helpful against Jirachi or Whimsicott. The Shadow Sneak is nice for Dragon Ball. The Shadow Sneak is also nice for this Gallade. We're just gonna go for Shadow Sneak on the Gallade. Get some damage on it. Because now, what I can do is I can go into Iron Bundle. I know I'm faster because I'm Choice Scarfed. And I can go for Ice Beam because my opponent does not have a switch into Ice Beam anymore to speak of. Dragon Ball's not switching, Whimsicott isn't switching, Ice Beam will kill a Gallade from this range. Jirachi probably gets 2-hit KO'd on the switch. Swampert likely does as well. Oh, no, guess not. Alright. We will stay alive for later, then. Let's see here. Do I go right back into Bundle and go for Freeze Dry? Probably 2-hit KOs everything. I like that. I can probably get a kill here with Freeze Dry. Goodbye, Swampert. We're gonna do a calc on this, but also the way it came in, this is probably a Choice Scarf Dragapult, as I predicted. Standard Dragapult versus Standard Iron Bundle. Freeze Dry. Would Oko if I don't die. But I'm kind of expecting it to go for Thunderbolt here. We're gonna go ahead and set Terrain. Because Ice Beam definitely kills. And I'm definitely faster under Terrain. Because I am Choice Scarfed and Speed Boosted. So Choice Scarf Speed Booster outpaces Choice Scarf Dragapult under Terrain. I'm pretty sure. I didn't actually check that calc, but I'm pretty sure it does. I suppose I should probably double check this. Yes, it does. My opponent's thinking for a while. I wonder if they're running, like, Agility. If they're running Agility, it's certainly a concern, but I bet I can Dazzling Gleam and then kill with Arcanine, potentially? Seems kind of likely. I'm running Extreme Speed on my Arcanine, right? Yeah. That's for... I'm checking for purposes of Gallade coming in. My opponent's spending a long time thinking about this. Which means they're maybe not Choice Scarfed. If they're not Choice Scarfed, then I can go into Jugulus and outspeed under Terrain as well. I'm not gonna overthink. I'm just gonna... I'm going to Tapu Koko anyway. And we'll see what it does. Phantom Force is the move of choice. Interesting. Okay. Jugulus resists that. Do I need to set terrain again? I don't think I do is the thing. So maybe what I do is I stay in and get a free switch It'll outspeed me. I can go for U-turn. Go into Jugulus. And threaten Dark Pulse. I like that plan. Alright, go into Jugulus. And now I go for Dark Pulse. Do I go for Terra Dark Pulse in case Whimsicott comes in? My feeling is no. Yeah, my feeling is no. Wow, it lived. Okay. Apparently I should have gone for Terra Dark Pulse, but now I know this is not a Scarfed Dragapult, so I can do whatever later. I will go into my Arcanine, and even though terrain is running out, I can set it again. Glad I brought that though. Nothing switches into Flare Blitz. That dies, that dies, that dies. Losing terrain is interesting. That's why I put the speed on the item instead of the ability, because that means I still have the fastest things in the field, and I am not tied to needing my terrain set for that to be true. If Glade comes in, I think I sack Coco. So I think I'm going to Coco regardless. Yeah. I think that's true. Unless... because I want a healthy Arcanine for Whimsicott. Though in fairness, Bundle can likely also do the trick. If Glade comes in, I do a calc and see if Extreme Speed kills. Glade versus a Hisuian Arcanine. I'm running Timid? Yeah, I'm running Timid. Or Jolly, I should say. Extreme Speed would do 40% to a Glade with no defense investment. Which is dangerous. I don't love that. Okay. I'm going to Coco. Reset terrain. Goes for Phantom Force. I'm going to go into Jugulus this time, because I don't think I need Jugulus anymore now that Jirachi is gone. Please take move. There we go. And now I just go for Air Slash. Yes. Outspeed Dragapult kills Blade on switching, probably 2-hit KOs the Whimsicott. Oh, quick attack. That's fun. Don't know that Glade's item, but I outspeed Choice Scarf or whatever, so it's probably fine. This... I don't know what it's doing here, if I'm gonna be honest. I guess I just hoped it could live in Air Slash, because it wasn't after not being weak to it, or that I missed, to be fair. But, you know what? That worked. Arcanine gave I don't know if Arcanine was the answer. Was so much what worked there as we forgot to post the live link. Oh no, my opponent remembered. Good. I was gonna say I forgot to post the live link. My opponent did, so everything is fine. But yeah, that I did like Arcanine there. It felt good. Gave me rocks. It does changing Landorus to Zygarde and adding Arcanine does make me even more vulnerable to hazards than I already was. But I like now my team has good physical and special offense, which is one of the big concerns I had in previous matches. And clearly, I did a good job of keeping pressure on my opponent constantly once their two big defensive Pokemon with decent defense in Gallagher and Swampert were gone, as well as some good damage in Jirachi, because then Jugulus pressured, Bundle pressured, Arcanine pressured. And that actually means that I feel good on my match this week, and that brings me up to 3-4. So maybe next week I can pull back to 500 for the first time in a while. But in any case, good game to my opponent. Good job, Jugulus. You didn't miss your air slashes. Good job, Arcanine. You put down good pressure and gave me some good switches into Whimsicott. Though it is somewhat unfortunate. My opponent apparently was prepping against the wrong Mons because I did some transactions. Although then I brought the wrong Terra type, but I didn't even need to use Terra this match, so it all works out. And with that said, good game to my opponent. And until next week, when maybe I will continue to rebound. I hope you all enjoyed watching this match and my commentary. And until then, this has been GigaSaurusGames, signing out. Bye.